This whole situation is that I was charged with facilitating the search for a new manager, whether it's a manager of going with a management company or as a single entity. So we're searching for that, and we're finding that we've got some excellent management companies right in the area, and you happen to be one of ours. And we meet often enough, you know, as every single person in the group, 400 homes, has been invited to come to these meetings, but it's a pain so far. You guys have been here at 4 meetings, some of you, and the group is dwindling, but we will keep a core where people have some knowledge of understanding what we really want to see happen here. We're going to ask that everybody who has a question takes one of the 3x5 cards and writes it, and then turns it in to the front desk so that they can read the card. One of you might want to look at it while the other one might be speaking to another question.
Sure.
But in the meantime, we'd like to hear what you offer as a management company.
Okay. First, I'll tell you a little bit about Continental. Continental is a first service residential management company, and by that I mean we are owned by a parent company. It's a publicly traded company out of Canada, believe it or not, but Continental, as one of the entities of that organization, employs about 6,000 people here in Florida alone. Continental Group is the largest property management company in the state of Florida, but we have local offices. As a matter of fact, not counting satellite offices, we have 16 locations, one of those being Vero Beach. And we also have a satellite office that Byron and I work out of that is in Port St. Lucie. Between the two of us, he and I supervise 16 licensed CAMs. We handle properties all up and down the barrier island here and also in Western Vero. Our little hub itself handles northern Martin County all the way up to southern Brevard County. So those are the areas that we handle. And around 135, I believe, associations that we have. 40 of those are just accounting only, because some of what we do is bring to the table is our state-of-the-art computer systems, and because of those, we are able to offer fiscal management to some smaller associations that really don't need anything more than that. They just need someone to pay their bills and collect their assessments. So we offer those services as well, and all of it is done in-house. Part of, again, I'll go back onto the state-of-the-art software and computer systems that we have. Every association that we manage has a website that we provide for them. It's included in our management fee. And on that website, you would find available pretty much any document that your board of directors would want you to have on there. Contracts. Pool maintenance contracts, management contract, your monthly financial statements. The board, the shareholders, if you will, would have a higher level of access than the rest of the unit owners. This is based on, again, whatever your documents call for. So, for instance, we may not post for everyone's view a delinquency report necessarily, although if asked to have it, it has to be shown to you, of course. But financial statements in their full form might be available to the shareholders, the board members, but the shareholders at large maybe would have a cash balance sheet instead of the 25-page document. So all of those things are scanned and put onto the system and available for you. Homeowners would also have the ability to go in there, change their address, pay their dues. There would be calendars. We can post, I believe it's up to 4 calendars now. So you can have a calendar that is strictly business, so the meetings of the association, budget meetings, annual meetings, whatever the case may be, and the other can be a social calendar. And if in a large community like this you have a lot going on, and I believe you do, you could have up to 3 then, besides your business calendar, you could have up to 3 different social calendars. Another thing with our technology is we have the ability to do resident alerts, which in the season we're just coming off of, and in situations as our friends up north are dealing with right now with pretty little Sandy coming through, we would have the ability to direct dial all of the owners in the community or do a direct email blast For anything as simple as we're going to close the pool for a day or so to shock it, have it cleaned, or the pool furniture is having to be brought in because there's a storm coming up, or we didn't get the notices, we haven't received a number of proxies from people for the annual meeting, so we put something out that says please remember to send your paperwork in. So that is another thing that we do, that we have started doing, really based on all of our years doing this and the needs of our clients. A lot of the programs that we have developed because of client interaction. Things that people have said, gosh, I wish you guys could do this, or I wish your management company would do this. We have preferred vendors that work and are clamoring to work for us on a regular basis. Subcontractors locally here in the area. But also when it's tough to get a bid on something for a common area, we have the ability, because of our size, to reach beyond our county and our boundaries to get more competitive quotes. And as a result, we also have quite a bit of buying power. So any of those discounts that we get, which we do on a regular basis, we pass on to our clients. There is no fees charged for the procurement of bids. There is no markup put on a contract that we get for the association. It is strictly our preferred vendors want to pass on a discount to our clients, we pass that discount on. What can you add, Mayor? Because I'm just rattling away.
I think you touched on some of the big things. Obviously, our IT, or our computer system, is one of the things that we talk about most of the time, because that is what you have access to, whether you're here, whether you're up north, whether you're in another country. If you can log on, you can get access to that system. And the same thing, part of that accounting software enables the board members to go on and do what we call e-signature, so that we don't have to come out and give paper checks. So we've got, if you have a manager that we've assigned to you, that manager approves the bills. Now the board member, whoever's in charge of approving those, can simply pull them up wherever they're at in the world and say, yep, that check's good to go, or no, I want to not pay that, or yes, I'd like to hold that. That's all done automatically. They press the button, now the check goes out. So I don't know what you've done previously, but I know a lot of places are doing paper checks where somebody's got to literally bring out the check to somebody, they got to sign it, now they got to put it in an envelope, now they got to mail it, and the vendors are waiting for their money. And especially in these days, all the vendors want to be paid promptly and quickly. We cut checks every single week, which most management companies only cut checks once a month or maybe even twice a month. We cut checks